Now, what are my favorites before I move forward into Destiny 2? I mean, I grew up, like I said, I was Nintendo for a long time. So, Super Mario 64 was my favorite. And then Metroid Prime, the first one that came out on the GameCube. I bought the Metroid edition of it with they had the foil wrap for the GameCube package with Samus on there. Man, that so between Mario 64 and that first Metroid Prime, those are my favorites. Those are my favorites. And also, I don't know, like, does I bought a a plush? Do I get extra points for the plush, or is this still like in casual territory? I don't know, but I do have a plush. I don't have like a whole wall full of memorabilia and stuff like that. Um, but I do have the plush, and I've had that. I don't know for gosh a couple years, 2 3 years now. But anyway, that's my home office mascot, and I don't know. He's just cute, so I couldn't leave him in the store. Um, but yeah, so marathon is the reason that this conversation just started, you know, going off the rails a little bit about who is hardcore, who is casual. Should you just jump into a game and get good? Um, and I left a comment on one of the streamers' videos saying that, the game doesn't look fun, and marathon feels, just watching the gameplay, it feels stressful. And then someone commented back something that, it's just, I don't know, I don't want to say it like it was rude, but it's more like demeaning, like, oh, you just, some people say you just need to get good. Some people saying, oh, you're just a casual, uh, and I just look at it like people's approach to games obviously are different. And so going back to Destiny, my Crucible experience has been okay. My Crucible experience has been okay. I mean, it's I've played the 6v6, I played 3v3 in what's it called, elimination. I played Iron Banner, and I have played Trials of Osiris maybe 2 or 3 weekends, something like that. And each experience was not not great. Not great. But I'm going to show you guys what I got from Trials. So I did go into Trials specifically for this weapon. So I remember that weekend I got pulled into Trials because I was in Crucible for some reason. I was just bored, wanted to do something else, so I jumped into Crucible, and I kept getting taken out by this weapon. So I decided that, you know what, I'm going to jump into Trials of Osiris and keep playing for the weekend until this weapon drops. Finally, it did. I don't even think this is, I don't know how good this role is, but I jumped in the Trials for it. And once this weapon dropped, I never jumped back in the Trials. It was terrible. It was terrible. So that's my experience. So with Marathon, here's the thing. playing the game, playing something that's more of a hardcore PvP would be better or more is it would be easier for me to digest if I didn't lose all my gear when I lost. Cause you're gonna lose. And I mean the gear is gonna get wiped at the end of the season anyway. So it's like you can't be attached to it. But again, that's another reason for me not to play because I just get attached to stuff. Like, do you know how long I've been running Barrel Dyad, or I switched to Mint Retrograde, or I switched to Praxic Blade? Like, imagine jumping into Trials of Osiris and, you know, you get killed and people start taking all your exotic stuff. Or they take your getaway artist. And then you got to go back into the game and get this same roll to drop in a game that's based on RNG. It's a bad feeling. It's a bad feeling. So